Yo, what is good? My anime faithful. What is good, yo? Man, I have known for quite some time that this show was interesting, but to think that they're getting this close to being, like destroyed and taken out altogether is kind of nuts to me. Only because I don't understand why they would trust this guy outside of they just thought after the girl had gone and spilled how she truly felt about, what dictatorship is really doing, uh, it pretty much put them in a position where they were on a watchful eye probably, and for some reason our main character did not take it into consideration that, okay, if this guy hasn't talked to me for 2 days during our journey, 2 days after the night of the campfire, and our newest member kind of like snapped out and just remembered how she was being treated by bullies and how she felt when people kept doing whatever they want and getting away with it. Now she sees it from, the perspective of these people that are about to be straight up traded, or take, in, and she doesn't understand why that's even a thing, like, if you guys know that this isn't acceptable, from where we're from, why are we letting it be acceptable now, so it's one of those things where it makes sense that someone would be upset, but it doesn't make sense to throw everybody under the bus because you are feeling some type of way at the moment. Like, she could have easily said all that stuff to people who actually exist in the kingdom when they got there. Like, hey, everything that's happening to you guys is BS. It's crap. You guys should fight for it and stuff like that. Instead, you just said it to the person who will never change, who thinks he has the logical thinking, who wants to be important to his lord. Like, the list could probably go on of different things that he would do for his lord just so he not only would stand out, but the whole point of being in that nation or just having anything to do with those types of people is that you put forward your best foot to do any and everything, like even fighting wars when you're not a soldier, right? And that way you could end up even having some money when you really aren't even enlisted or something on those lines, so with someone's father doing the same and pretty much trying to he was trying to, be the person that his nation needed and that got to help everybody, but coming to find out that his father loses his arm, he loses a leg, and the only thing he gets for doing this all is a slap on the back, like, oh, thank you. No money, no way to take care of his family now, like none of that stuff. And that's the type of things that when they're happening, you could probably understand why people would, fight against it. The other problem is they took the one guy that seemed like he liked the heroes and wanted to, he would probably help them in the long term, but now he's gone. Like, they just snatched him away and ran off. So I honestly don't know what to expect at the end of the day now, because like I was saying, there's so much that comes with the property of just being someone who has to put forward everything, and then after putting forward everything, you then also have to, understand that you're not in your world. You have to straight up try to play by their rules as much as possible. Sure, you have powers, but when normal people that exist in this world are much more stronger than you probably should lay low, unless you have some instant gratified plan of you using yourself as a one-man team, if you're even strong enough. And then my other problem is when they die, if they just move your body into a prison cell, you're not getting out of the prison cell. I mean, that's like what I'm saying is, unless you have some type of power that can actually do that, and their powers have pretty much been memes throughout this whole entire series, where in other series, if they were this weak, they would never make it out, right? Like, literally, the people of the land, I want to call them, because of Log Horizon made it such a better term to call NPCs and stuff like that. The people who actually live upon this world that they are embarking in are much more capable than they ever have shown, right? And that's my problem with them trying to do anything, or not do anything, but that's my problem with the girl who pretty much threw them all under the bus by saying anything about dictatorship and being angry and stuff at that moment. I understand it. It's an impulse. Things happen. But we're in a whole nother world where monsters exist and people are getting eaten and killed by orcs that can wield weapons, probably. This is not the place to be worried about how things are being run, especially when you have no skills to change any of that besides the skill of respawning, which even that doesn't have in unlimited if all of you die. So it just kind of made me mad that she put them all in a position where now they're screwed. Like, they don't really have all that much of a chance to even make it out of this situation because one person ran their mouth. So take that as you will, and I definitely am interested in this show. I do apologize. I wanted to say in the beginning that I can't post any of the other videos until later today, so I do hope you guys are okay with that. And if you're a real one and you're still listening, all those links to the new stuff I'll be watching, uh, I I have put my Instagram, my Twitter, and all that stuff down below in a lot of my videos. So if you guys are really interested in what I'm talking about earlier before I drop a video, those are the places you should definitely check me out on, because I always talk about the same animes that I talk about in videos on those apps, especially Anime Amimo, where I could put a lot more effort into it, and 25 pictures. So yeah, if you guys are interested in hearing what I'm going to say about Danmachi, Juni, freaking Fire Force, all that stuff early, check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram. It's all the same stuff, the Anime G. So I will definitely talk to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you for being so reasonable, and I hope you guys are looking forward to more videos later tonight. So with that being said, take care and peace. Oh, and I'm a chef in One Piece because our character is a chef in the game. See, you guys thought I just liked Sanji and I picked Sanji. That would have been a good enough reason, but it's not the only reason. Suckers. Later.